Happy Tuesday. This is the John McEntyre Show live, prime time. I'm John McEntyre, and we have a good show for you this evening. And forget about my laughing. Something happened on the back. And I'm messing around, let the camera catch me uh, doing something. But we have a good show for you. Today is Tuesday, September the 17th, 2024. We're moving right along through this um, month. We get myself together. Everyone's still laughing. Okay, we're good. All right. So we have a good show for you. We're going to let's share some wallet wins that I picked up today. Then I'm going to share an actual, it's some tips and a story blended into one. We'll do the question of the day, and then we will be at the end of the show. Thought I was going to say on your way, but let's get into this first wallet win here. Past 11 months, we have paid off, listen to this, $107,000 of debt. That's in the past 11 months. That's serious commitment. I mean, that is like serious commitment. Wallet win number two. I opened a high yield savings account yesterday, and I'm 18 years old. So that's very responsible. That's very smart. Starting out that early high yield savings account, they do at 18 years old. They keep doing those types of things, making those types of financial decisions, being that intentional, then they'll have a good long financial life. Um, Wallet win number three. I found four subscriptions in my Amazon account. They were hiding in the Prime Video and Kindle. When I cut them out, that saved me $50. So yes, that is a wallet win because those subscriptions, it's always something hiding. I mean, I rarely see one. It's good to just check when you log into your accounts or however you do it. Just it doesn't hurt every now and then. I mean, I just went through that one myself just last week. Um, I just wasn't paying no attention. And Andrea, she brought it to my attention. She was like, "So, are you using this particular?" I'm like, "No, I don't use that." And well, you've been paying for it. I said, "Okay, well, we have to cut that because we don't want to be paying for anything we're not using, especially if they're getting in front of the camera talking about it." So, but yeah, it happens to everyone. Those types of subscription services. That's like the downside. The upside, they're very convenient. The downside, they can just make you complacent and just get lazy. It's there, and you just, as long as it's working, then you really don't pay attention to like the account or what's going on or whatever. Uh, as long as it works, and that's basically how I was handling things because I do use what is the Kindle, Kindle Reader, online reader. I don't have a Kindle. I just like I check out the books, read them, turn them back in on through the Kindle service and everything. So that was fine, but I was paying for a couple of other things that I was not using and that I was not aware that I even had. Uh, so yeah, there you go. Um, Netflix is from what I'm understanding. Andrea, she stays on top of all of our subscription stuff, but Netflix, they've known. I mean, they don't do it intentionally, but people have known to find extra services or whatever that they're not using and they're paying for them. Um, I forgot. It's like a couple of more, but just check all of your um, subscriptions just to make sure what you're paying for is what you're getting, and you're not paying for anything extra that you do not want. All right, so let's get into this actual topic. The topic is about accountability, having an accountability partner, and that's come up quite a few times, and it comes up with us because as um, we're working with clients, that's probably one of the top three reasons um, people work with us is because we provide accountability, and accountability is so important, and not just financial, just anywhere. A coach, whether it's sports, business, life, health, whatever. One of their main roles is an accountability partner. They're just, a paid accountability partner. It's always been that way in sports. The coach or accountability partner watch your performance and then help you understand where you can improve, some areas that you might need to shore up, some things you need to tweak and change. Then it came over into life coaching, financial coaching, where someone is actually um, more focused. Let's put it this way: like in with financial coaching with us, we're more interested in the client than their actual money, because the philosophy is if we get everything right with the person handling the money will take care of itself. We do share, our expertise and what we know as far as, personal finance. But at the end of the day, we know that personal finance is personal. So we're working on the person, making the person better with money, to where we're just providing accountability. They're doing the work, and we just look and make sure that they're on target. And sometimes, they may need that, little nudge or a reminder, something like that. And so that's the value of having an accountability partner. That's the main purpose, is just to keep you on track, just to keep to keep you moving towards your goals. We don't set goals. Coaches, they don't set goals for the client. The client bring the goals, or they may help. We may help with clarifying the goals. Like sometimes, when people come to us, they can't exactly articulate it and put it into words, and so we help them put it into words and get it clarified. And make sure, because some people, they just don't know how to maybe set goals, or they've just never had these types of conversations. They've never had intentional conversations, about certain things, especially when it becomes very personal to them and it becomes important, and then it becomes emotional for them. Now they're ready to do the work, and sometimes they just need help with putting it into words. So that's mainly the purpose of the accountability partner slash coach. And like I said, their role is not to be a taskmaster or something like that. Someone that's berating you, berating the person or anything like that. It's basically just to stay on target. Reminder: hey, you said that last week you was going to do this. Did you do it? Uh, and then if you say no, okay, why didn't you do it? You said it was important to you, that type of stuff. you know and because that's usually one of the best motivators, is to sort of put your goals out there. And so if you put them with the right people, they will you know keep you attached to them. Like, hey, you said you was going to do this. I'm watching. You told me to watch. I'm just doing my job. And so that's the main role of the accountability partner. um, and to help people understand, for instance, when you're working with a coach or an accountability partner, you what they have to do, what we do with people, for instance, with finances, is like, okay, if you don't do this, what are the consequences for not doing it? And you make up the consequences. Like, okay, if I don't, say for instance, if I don't get my finances in order, that could interfere with retirement. um, that I may not be able to stay in my home when I'm older. I may not be able to keep the lifestyle that I'm living now. Things like that. And so they help. Just, okay, you said you was going to do this, and what are the consequences? And they keep reminding you, hey, you said you was going to do this. Remember, if you don't do this, or if it's like a much closer tight goal, say for instance, I'm wanting to go back to school and I need to save this much money each month. And they say, okay, well, what are the lay out the strategy, the steps? Okay, have you done this? No. Have you done this? No. Well, what is the consequences of you not going to school? Um, well, I'll let myself down, I'll let my family down, and I could actually lose a promotion. there's a promotion online at work. Okay, so accountability partner is keeping you helping you keep the promise to yourself is what they're doing. And so you think of the consequences, and that's what another role that the accountability partner plays. um, you know, basically the question has been, we've talked with people as their coach, and we always encourage people that once we're done with coaching, or you need to build your team of people around you. So sometimes the question is, how do I find these people? Okay, most of the time I say, like, just look at a family member or a friend. um, and then if that doesn't work, you look outside of that. But in the beginning, most of the time, if you're telling a person about certain things, about secrets in your life, or it's just a person that you confide in, they're probably a good candidate for being an accountability partner. And what you don't want is someone who may not share the same values, they may not have the same goals. That's the perfect person. If they have goals themselves, so you have a good match. Uh, this person, they have something they're wanting to succeed at. You have something you're wanting to succeed at, and so now you keep each other moving forward, and that's always good. Someone that you can talk with and share it. Now, some people, when they're making changes, they may be in a circle of people who may not care too much for them improving. So then that means it may be someone else that's close by that you may have a little bit of a relationship with, that you can just build a much deeper relationship and say, hey, I really admire what you're doing. It seems like you have things together, and I'm working on improving some things. Could you be my accountability partner? And you'll rarely hear no. The only reason why is because they just may not have the time. But even then, someone that's succeeding and busy, and they know that you're serious, they'll make a little time for you, especially if you do have somewhat of a relationship. So that's how you basically choose one. You just be upfront. Hey, I'm working on doing this, that, and the other. Or what I like on Facebook and some social media is those groups. They're accountability groups, and people there, they're private, they're invitation only. And so there's a group of people that's inside of the group, and they usually all have the same group, same thing, that same goals that they're working towards, like, for instance, personal finance or health, something specific. I really like those groups. I'm a member of, I don't know how, like, it depends on what I'm working on at the time. If I'm working on something specific, there's a group out there. There's a group out there for everything. And so I go out, I type in, personal finance group, and 100 pop up. I just look at each one and see what's going on. Look at the the comments that's going on in there, the conversation. Who's involved. Um, not no bashing or discussing politics and all of this type of stuff, because I'm not there for that. So if it's one of those groups that is moving forward and people are celebrating each other, like sharing these wallet wins, for instance, things like that, that's what people like share them with us, is because we're like their accountability partners. Then that's a good candidate for a group to join, a good group of accountability partners. you know so that's basically how you would find it. And then the benefits of it. It helps you. There's study after study, people who have accountability partners, I mean, their chances of success like goes up into the 90 percentile. I mean, it's almost like it's impossible to fail when you have a very good accountability partner, someone that you don't want to let down, someone that would not allow you to quit, and keep you accountable. Failure is very rare. It's very rare. Um, every successful person that I've met, that I've read about, whatever, they've all had accountability partners. That's why the self-made person, that's a myth. There's no such thing as a self-made person. You find any so-called self-made millionaire, there's an army of people around them helping them. They can't say that they did it all themselves. Okay, did you not have um, team members? Did you not have employees? Did you not have investors? Did you not have this? Yes. So how are you self-made? It just doesn't make sense. How are you self-made with all of these people that they had to invest in you, they had to work for you, they had to coach you, they had to mentor you, and all of this? So that's a myth. Self-made person is definitely a myth, and so that's why I say accountability partners are so valuable. And case in point, there's a very personal story that I have as far as accountability partners, and it pertains to my father. My father and I, we've had a decent relationship. Once I got older, it was one of those. It was cordial, but none of this. I'm seeking him on a daily basis. He's seeking me, things like that. It's nothing like that. But when we got together, we were fine. It's just one of those things. I was busy. He was busy. Stuff like that. Um, he's older now. His wife from his past wife passed away, and so he doesn't have much contact with that side of the family. So it was basically just him, and he's in the town that he lives in, not far away, but he's in a different town. All of his friends, he's in his 80s now, and basically he's the last of all of his friends, and all of his friends have passed away. And so um, we kept in a little contact, social media, things like that. So a few months ago, March, as a matter of fact, it was March, February, end of February, early March, I get a call from a doctor, his primary care physician, and she says, I would really like to talk to you. Your dad, he's been missing appointments, he's been forgetting appointments, and he really needs someone. We need someone to keep him on task with these because there's a few things that's going on that's very important. I mean, it is extremely important. Would you please come to the next appointment? Okay, I made the agreement. I will go to the next appointment. So I call, let him know I'm going to the appointment. I go up there and she explains everything. I mean, she lays it all out. Just so happens we're in the same medical group, the same hospital network. And so I was able to access his charts because we have the same uh, system, hospital system that we're able to log into. So they gave me, his login information, um, put me on his documents, all his HIPAA forms, things like that, and said, okay, we will contact you every time we contact him. Is it okay? Yes, we'll do that. I mean, I'm like, this is my father. I mean, I'm not going to like turn my back or whatever. um, so I've been on everything. They've been keeping me up to task, and they really explained some serious, it was some serious things that was going on. Last time I was really involved in, his medical life, it was almost 10 years ago. He had an emergency surgery, and he didn't know how serious it was until, you know, everything was discussed. And so I've been keeping him on task, reminding him, hey, uh, he's independent, still drives, things like that. And he was like, I could go to a lot. I can go to a lot of my appointments. Just remind me, things like that. Doctor's not far away. So we're talking. Okay. We were busy, was traveling and everything, and during that period of time, he missed an appointment. Doctor called me, hey, your father missed an appointment. I said, well, I reminded him or whatever, but it wasn't that he forgot. He forgot on purpose. Let's just put it that way. Even though there is some cognitive things going on, but nothing major. I mean, I could tell. So I go to the doc. She calls me and says, "Very important. We're like on the edge of some great discoveries here, and um, we need for him to be at this next appointment." Made sure he was there. Did some tests. So yesterday they called me, and I'm thinking, I was like, I know he's made all of his appointments. They were like, yes, we just want to tell you how much we appreciate you being involved. All of his numbers have improved. Those things that we were very concerned about, they've improved big time. And it's just proof of his spirits are up. He's very cooperative. He comes in, he's like, when we tell him something, he says, "Have you told my son? Does he know? Let's make sure and call him and let him know." So, and he's looking forward. He's not like doing anything on purpose. He's actually being a good patient, and his health is improving big time. And because of your accountability, you keeping him accountable, you've made everything easier for us. We know that things in order because see, I understand Medicare finance stuff and things like that. So Andrea, she's taking care of that for him, and so they know that he has some people in his corner. He knows it, and it was like he's just much better. He even did something that I never thought he would do. In the Medicare plan, they have silver sneakers, for they pay for your fitness. And he was like, I was talking to him. We were sitting up there just having heart to heart. I said, he was like, it's all of my friends, they're gone now and things like that. I said, well, it's time to just build another network. I mean, it's not like you don't, you know how to make friends, you know how to get along with people. I mean, you ran a successful business, things like that. You know what to do. Um, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out. I said, well, your Medicare plan pays for you to go to like a fitness center, like the Y or whatever. You could go to the Y. The Y is not that far away. I go up to visit him last week. Well, we go to the doctor Friday, and he's yes, I went over to the Y. I like it. So I met a few people. He said I really like the people, and that's the telltale for him. He doesn't talk about a lot of stuff. If he don't like the people, he's just not going back. So when his first thing was, the people are friendly. I like them. I'm going to go back. He sat down and wrote on his calendar. I think I'll start out twice a week. And I was like, okay, what days? He said I'm going to do Mondays and Thursdays. And he's doing it. I mean, I was like, okay, well, that's the value of an accountability partner. That's just what they would do. So I wanted to share the personal story, even though we're coaches here and everything, and people, that's part of our service is, keeping people accountable. But it's even deeper with me, and I'm quite sure with people viewing out there. There's always someone you can be accountable to, or can be accountable to you. And you just have to think about it. If there's anything that you want to do, there is an accountability partner. It could be a spouse. Uh, that's the best accountability partner in my, because it's like everything's included there. That's the mental, physical, spiritual, everything, emotional. So when that couple is on on the same page, that's like the most powerful relationship ever. You know, I believe in the Bible. The Bible says that husband and wife, most powerful relationship with the Holy Spirit involved, is the most powerful relationship that you could ever experience. But if that's not the case yet, then find another person, and maybe that will help them come around. So I just wanted to share that, just to for the people out there. If you have some goals, find you a good accountability partner, and watch watch things get much easier. Watch certain tasks that you had to work hard to accomplish, watch them become much easier. So, with that being said, that's my question of the day. Do you have an accountability partner? Uh, Sometimes most people just say, especially if they're married, well, I have a wife or I have a husband. I say, yeah, now they're like a security blanket. That's like a comfortable jacket. Are they really accountable? Are you accountable now? Are you really accountable? And sometimes that wake people up just to even think about it that way. Or it may be that person that you see at the gym every day. Take it to the next level. Hey, let's get serious about, when we come to the gym, let's really work out. Let's make something happen. Instead of just showing up and laughing and talking and being social, let's really work on some goals here. Let's set some goals together and work towards. You know. So that's my question. Do you have an accountability partner? With that being said, I hope I gave something valuable. And if I did, subscribe, hit the like button, as they say in the YouTube world, on the YouTube side. Smash that like button. Um, on Facebook, share it, like it. Send in your wallet wins, your questions. It may be time. You may need an accountability partner. We're here. We'll sit down and talk with you. Sit down and map out a financial money plan for you. And we will see you tomorrow, same time, same channels. Good evening.